news live at the unknown planet, Dino. We're here with one of the survivors from Earth, who is willing to share about why she left, how did she get there, and what it is like on the strange planet Dino.
Hello, my name is Rachel Knudsen. I am one of the 1,000 survivors on Earth, from Earth.
Yes, now why did you choose to leave?
Well, Trisha, the reason why is the destruction of the ozone layer. The ozone layer slowly thinned out. Scientists warned us Earthers about the ozone thinning and that the number of cars will exceed 5 million sometime this year. The great majority are still in developing countries, but more and more third world cities now have dangerous air pollution levels, which cause the ozone to thin and finally dissolve. I guess we chose not to listen. Also, the chlorine concentration in the sulfur should reach the peak by 1999 and then start to fall rapidly. The ozone holes will continue to open for years to come. This year's Antarctic hole lasted a month longer than usual. Speaking of Antarctica, global warming hit the world hard. The water levels rise and water got even warmer.
Rachel, weren't you scared that the protection from the sun, comets, etc. was suddenly going away?
Yes, indeed. The ozone was thinning and protection from the comets and heat from the sun was disappearing fast. We Earthers noticed how vulnerable we really were.
When you left, where did you go and how did you get there?
Well, we left Earth on our trusty spaceship called the Lifesaver. It was a bumpy ride, but it finally got us to the unknown planet, Dino.
What did Dino look like when you first landed?
Well, it was full of dinosaurs and had quantities of luscious trees, but the most beautiful part was the trees. As you can see outside, there are many trees in Dino.
Sounds the same way I see it. When I first set my eyes on the place, it was the most beautiful land I had ever seen. All the trees and the steamy weather. But anyways, let's go on. Why did you want to come here?
Because, well, I really didn't know there is such a place called Dino. I just wanted to get away from the Earth. The way we got there was a gravitational pull. Our spaceship was floating along, minding its own business, when all of a sudden jerk pulled us from the direction we were going. We were scared, but when we realized where the gravitational pull took us, hatchling, we were very happy.
Well, that seems like a good reason to come here and leave Earth.
Yeah, I think so too.
Now, where do you get your food and water?
We get our food from farms and ranches. Dinos are required to have a garden for convenient fruit and vegetables. Our water comes from rivers, lakes, and streams.
Well, sounds like a good enough answer. What is your transportation like?
Well, we usually ride spaceship-like cars. They hover above the road like magnets. We ride a bike or just walk.
Well, it's time for a commercial break.
We'll be right back. Hi, we're the Spice Girls, and we're here to remind you to buy a new CD.
Spice World.
Girl
Power. You're on.
Whoa. For all those T-Rex out there who need a better toothbrush for all those brachiosaurus scraps you had for lunch, you need the Mongo brush. So call your dentist and buy the Mongo brush. Remember the name's Mongo brush.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Rachel, as I was going to say, what kinds of houses do you live in?
We live in hut-type houses. They're made of bark, leaves, and mud.
I wish I could live in that kind of house.
Yes, it keeps us warm and safe from the weather.
Since you live in houses, how do you pay for them?
Well, that is something very different from Earth. See, we don't have any money or taxes because we know how stressful it was on Earth. Everybody has the same size house, amount of food, and helpful appliances. This idea works very well and everybody is very happy.
Wow.
I'm going to show you a graph of jobs. You would probably think everybody would have no desire to work, but it is the law to have a job by the age of 21. Doctors are at 1,000, nurses are at 1,200, dentists are at 600, recycling people are at 700. Gardeners are very important. They're at 1,000. Builders are very important to build our houses, and they're at 1,500.
Wow, that is interesting. Where do you get your power sources for electricity?
Well, we get our power sources from dams, kind of like Earth did. It's called hydroelectric.
And another thing is, what are your natural resources like?
Our natural resources include silver, a little bit of gold, coal, and other minerals I can't even pronounce.
Wow. Now, what are your laws and government like?
At Dino Land, the laws are very strict. For example, vandalism, the punishment is 2 months community service. Stealing, the punishment is 1 year in prison. That law depends on how big things you steal. Like, 1 year in prison would count as a major appliance in a household. Murder, the punishment is death, just like your victim. Drugs, the punishment is 2 years in prison. Using gasoline, the punishment is 1 month community service. Poaching or clear cutting, the punishment is 2 months in prison. Alcohol use, the punishment is car taken away for a year. All laws are required, but some have 3 warnings, such as keeping a garden, only using 8 trees for houses, and neighborhoods must have block watch.
What is your government like?
Well, Dino Land government is ruled by an old, wise dino named Shashima. He makes the laws and decides the punishments for other dinos. The ruler is chosen by taking several tests. For instance, if you get an A on a test, you move up to a higher level. This narrows down to 2 people. The public votes on a ruler. The Shashima, he designs the flag for each time he is ruler. He chose this flag because of dinosaurs, and the 2 rings crisscrossing means harmony.
Wow, sounds stressful.
Yes, it is.
On Dino Land, there must be different types of plants and animals.
The animals on Dino Land are dinosaurs, of course, like the pterodactyl, Tyrannosaurus rex, and the brontosaurus. Some mammals might include a woolly mammoth. These are only just a few different types of animals that live on Dino Land.
Well, we have all learned and appreciate Dino Land a little bit more. This is Trisha Macmillan on Channel 6 News signing off. Goodbye.
See ya.
We will be right back. We will be interviewing the Spice Girls and finding out what girl power really is.